Round Table. So excited to be with you guys on today. And each and every time I come in to do Wednesday Wisdom and Convos with the Queen. So I'm excited to be here. You guys, I'm just fully I'm getting back from Houston from Texas Cigar Week. And can I tell y'all, I am so excited to be here. Can I tell you that a lot of what I want to do, or a lot of what I had been wanting to do, and maybe talking myself out of it, that I'm kind of so motivated, not kind of, I am so motivated to do, because of Texas Cigar Week. So if anyone that was there this weekend in Houston, actually from the 12th through the 17th, please, just stop by, say hi, tell everyone how your time was, if you enjoyed yourself. And I know I did. And I know I got great insight on everything. I did. So, nonetheless, now that we're at that 1 minute mark, I want to say thank you guys so much for joining, for stopping in on Wednesday Wisdom. I know it has been a while since we actually had this show. We got some other things going on in the background, so please forgive me, but I am here. So, I want to basically just talk to you guys really briefly, and forgive me for looking down, but I am wanting to go to my page and share this with others. So, bear with me. That was cute. I want to talk about mistakes and where you are when you make mistakes. And man, so I made a mistake, and I made a mistake, and when making this mistake, I had to say to me exactly, wait a minute, who are you? Who are you? Right? And what does that mean, that you've made a mistake, and how does that sound? And is this, or where do you go now? What do you do now? Where do you? And I guess I can't share that. Okay. What I realized about me was I wanted to have great experiences this past weekend, and I wanted to know that I could travel, know that I could do business travel, and know that I could experience fun while putting a little bit of business in it. So I ended up calling this trip Business Pleasure, because it was a cross between the two. I made a small mistake. I'm not going to talk about this a lot, okay? But the thing is that I made this mistake not knowing what was wrong, but knowing that it was different for me. And so I had to learn from it. I'm not telling you the mistake because it's a bad thing and I just don't want to share it. I'm telling you, I'm giving you a teaching moment. That's what I do. Bad Coach Dana. I write about it. Bad Books by Dana. I motivate others about it. Bad Queens of the Round Table. So this mistake basically was a learning lesson for me. There's no, I'm not embarrassed about it. I laugh about it because it is funny, because it's the cutest thing. But I say to myself, as I say to others, listen, when you pick yourself up after falling down, there's nothing more. Baby, there's nothing more to do. There's no, stop hating on yourself. Stop, doing bad. Stop considering like this is a bad thing. When you fall down, you get up, right? Babies, when they learn how to walk, when they fall down, they get up. And you know what? They might fall down a couple of times and cry. But guess what? They get up, and then they keep going and they keep going and they keep trying and they keep pressing. And then they're walking. And then it's like, how did I live life my first few months of life not knowing how to walk? Well, this is the same thing that happened to me. I made a mistake, and then I thought about it. How did I go through the past 12 or so years not realizing this? So then I had to say, was it actually a mistake? And truth be told, ladies and gentlemen, it wasn't. It wasn't. Let me tell y'all why. Every time you wake up in the morning, and every time you go to bed at night, and every time you step off into a new adventure, you have to make the mistake. As an author, as a publisher, as a coach, as a motivator, as a speaker, I know that when you step off into something, you make a mistake first as you learn from this instance, that instance, this circumstance, this situation. And I think some people find themselves saying, I'm stuck in this situation because I made this mistake. No, you're not. And really, that's what Wednesday Wisdom is all about. Not to get all deep, but to get deep and then help you out. You're not stuck in a situation because you made a mistake. You're not stuck in a situation or problem or circumstance, or you're in a place where you can never get out because you made a mistake. No, you are in a place of learning. I need a book or notepad or something. I want to show you. I'll just use this. And actually, I'll use this because I'm using this for something. Here, I have one thing written, and I meant to write 4 other things, so I'll put those down before I leave here today. But I have this one thing written, and looking at this, what I wrote, I want to share 50 things that I learned over the weekend, but also 50 things that I know about myself. Those of you that don't know, I'll be 50 this year, and so I'm trying to, really stand home with that. Nonetheless, when you've made a mistake and you learn from your mistakes, you write stuff down. And that's how coaches teach. That's how even people that sell jewelry, even people that sell clothes, people that sell that writers, that's what we do. We show you how to do this from our mistakes. And when you respect the person that brings so much to the table, you understand that all of what they've gone through way back here, they're bringing to you. Why are they bringing it to you in this way, shape, or form? Because they made a mistake, they got up, they learned from it, they applied and reapplied what they did wrong, and here they are. Y'all, excuse me, my voice has been bad for the past couple of days. Nonetheless, what I understand about everything, and this is I'm probably repeating myself from different conversations that we've already had, right? What I understand about everything is we we are too hard on ourselves, and I've had people tell me that in the past few months, that I've been too hard on myself on a lot of things. And I had somebody pray for me last night, realizing that there was like a little deeper issue going on, and not even a deeper issue, but a deeper thing in my mind that I was slowly letting come out. And I realized that I am so much more than I give myself credit for. And so this is how this is going to go down. And I spent 10 minutes giving you prelim, right? So let's do this. Let's do this and we can finish it up. Hey, viewer, thank you so much for joining. God bless you this morning. I'm going to give you some tips, and I'm hoping to give you 5 on why mistakes are not bad. They are learning lessons. Number 1, you have to realize that you are exactly who God made you to be. You are the man, the woman whom God has called for this particular part of your life. No matter where you go from here or where you were when you got here, this is where you are right now, and this is where God called you to be. You are exactly who God called you to be and who you are, and who He wants you to be. Number 2, speak to yourself daily as you know this, as you realize who you are in God, as you realize that you are the person that God called you to be. Speak to yourself. Tell yourself, I am. And then who are you? Say to yourself, I can. And then what can you do? Tell yourself, I was. I'm no longer. I can do, I am builder, I am a this, I am that. Say to yourself every day. You don't have to tell anyone, you don't have to put it on social media. Say it to yourself that you are who you are, you can do what you can do, and you have it in your hands. You have a superpower. Number three, when you think about your mistakes, you have to say that my mistakes are helping me build my wealth. Let me repeat number three. My mistakes are helping me build my wealth. You cannot be a person, an entrepreneur. Listen, you cannot be a Fortune 500 CEO without realizing that the mistake you made yesterday helped you make different choices today. The problem that I had over the weekend helped me make different choices today. Actually helped me make different choices last night. The mistakes help you build your wealth. Number four, when God sends you reminders through people, he hasn't forgotten you, regardless of the mistake. Three times over the weekend, I believe, I was given reminders. Two times by the same person, but and actually I think it was four times. Nonetheless, I was given reminders. God was dropping nuggets through folks, like, and all I could say was, I see you, God. All right, I'm good. God will send you reminders about who you are so that you don't get off kilter. It's not just that, you need to know, but so that you can change the path that you're currently on. And number five, take the grace that is given you and push yourself forward. Move past those mistakes, baby girl. Move past those mistakes, baby boy. And the reason why is because you can't write that book if you don't. You can't create that a digital program if you don't. You can't lead your team. You can't lead the Fortune 500 company if you don't. You cannot meet your significant other, your husband or your wife, your future husband or your wife, if you don't. See, God is giving you the grace, even in the middle of your mistake, to move forward. And if you don't do that, you're going to stay stuck right here. And what happens when you stay stuck? I'll tell you what happens. You stay in the middle of the problem. You keep regurgitating the problem over and over. You know how the scripture talks about the dog goes back to its vomit? Why do you want to go back to that? Why do you? No, no, that's not who you are, baby. Not at all. You know exactly who you are and what God gave you to do. Let me tell you something. I know who exactly I am and what God gave me to do. I've just been afraid to step out and do it. But Houston met me last week. Texas Cigar Week invited me. And I'm just saying this is like, oh, here's this invitation. So I went. Not that they personally invited me. I'm saying Texas Cigar Week was open for someone like me to go there, not to mess up my life or my spirituality or any of that, but to go there, to get out there and do what we need to do. I had a lady, I was at an event, um, not an event, but um, a place on over the weekend. And she knew, this girl knew where I was, what I was doing or whatever, where I was. And she said something to me. She said, do you know such and such? I said, I don't know names, but I think I remember that face. And I started to walk away. No, take this back. It was here in Milwaukee, but it was last week. And the young lady asked me the same thing. Do you know this person's name or whatever? Um, and I was like, no, I don't, but I recognize the face. I know who you're talking about. And she said, okay, I was just asking. And I started to walk away and I come back and I say, spiritually, you cannot be friends with everybody. And she turned to me and she says, I'm realizing that. Thank you. And I kept going because something in my spirit felt like she needed to hear that. Well, obviously so. The Lord gave me that to tell her. But as I walked away, I realized that the reason why she was asking was because of a hurt experience, a mistake she might have made. Let me tell you something. We as women, we're going to make mistakes. We are. We're going to continuously make mistakes, but we have to learn from them. So I want you to take all of this because, oh, let me say this, because we have the grace to learn from them. So I want you to take all of what I said today. Yeah, I gave you that first 10 minutes of, prelim of everything, and I gave you these points. But I want you to take all of what I said today. Hey, viewers, thank you all so much for joining. I want you to share this live. I want you to share this video with your friends. I want you to share this video with someone who always talks about their mistakes and they don't realize that they have the grace to move on. They don't realize that God has called them for something and they need to go on and just get past whatever that mistake was and do it. I need you to share this with somebody who is making mistakes and they don't even realize that they're doing it. And you need to say to them, listen, I'm sharing this with you because I'm your friend and I need you to hear what Bad Coach Dana is telling you. I need you to hear what Bad Queens of the Round Table is laying down for an appetizer before you get to the meal. Ladies and gentlemen, again, I thank you all so much for joining. If you have not downloaded the HAPS app, do that now. Do that now. Support what I'm doing. You can always drop the coins. Share the live with anyone that you believe needs just a few minutes, a few moments of encouragement on where they are right now this Wednesday Wisdom. I also want you to subscribe to me so that you get notified of when I go live. I am doing more scheduling, but as I'm getting back into the swing of things, I'm going to do some of these pop-ups. I also want you to, I don't think I have one here. I don't, but that's okay. I want you all to get in a practice. Can I say that? I want you all to get into the practice of motivating and encouraging yourself, as well as knowing that you are in a place of learning and then applying. So while you're following me, while you're subscribing to me, while you're waiting for me to go live, while you're, in the place of, hey, I can do this, I want you to do that for you. And next time I will share some more things with you and actually some things that I'm working on. And guess what? We will definitely, definitely, definitely go from there. God bless you all. I will see you soon. Share with others.